Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS, presented by Fisherman's Marine and Outdoor. Now it's time for your weekend tech tip, brought to you by Chevy Silverado.
I'm going to put Ryan on the spot right here. Ryan, if you still have that photo handy from yesterday with the Chevy Silverado tailgate trophy photo, which you'll be seeing more of now that it's duck season, show that if you want, because it is the Chevy Silverado tech tip of the week. And this is one, I get this question at least a couple times a year, right? Rod gets stuck, doesn't matter who it is, what manufacturer, what type of rod, it gets stuck. You can't get the thing apart. And my answer has always been, cool it off, heat it back up, and it'll flex a little bit, and you can pop that thing loose, right? Well, it turns out it was close, but you've got a much better explanation of how to, well, one, get it apart without damaging it, right?
Yeah.
Because I can tell you right now, if you were to take my advice in the past, which was to heat it up with a hairdryer, then throw some ice on the thing, and then pop the thing loose, might not be the best way to do it. But you did say that graphite doesn't conduct heat, maybe like a metallic material?
Yeah, so it doesn't have that variety of thermal expansion that metal does. So
Okay.
it does to a little extent, but not as much as you would expect metal to. So what we found is when you're heating it up, you're giving yourself more grip by reducing, you know, the moisture on the top surface. So you can grab it really close and twist the two closer together. Now remember, graphite has torque. So if you just grab the end of that ferrule and try to twist it around itself, you'll feel that it has give. So you're trying to remove as much of that torque as possible by giving yourself the most grip and by twisting it to the opposite ends.
So, okay, so let's just say this rod is stuck and we don't want to damage it, please?
No problem.
But so you're saying get as close to the ferrule, the connection,
Absolutely.
as you can.
So put your hand here and grab it. Now you can heat it up to make sure that it's not slick. So I'm going to twist this way on this end and twist the other way the opposite end.
Okay.
Just like that.
Okay.
So what you're doing is you're minimizing the torque from this part rotating around itself, and you're just rotating it around itself like that.
Okay, so the heat would help with eliminating some of the moisture, which, by the way, could keep your rod stuck, right? If it's on the interior of your ferrule, if there's moisture in there, I'm taking a stab at this.
And
but
oftentimes, you know, guys get some egg goo in there, and
All
it
the
acts
time.
like a glue. and, you know,
sand.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, and,
So-
and I'll be honest with you, everyone. I've ruined rods before because I had sand in the ferrule and I didn't know it, and I would repeatedly put that on and off, and I had damaged the bottom end of the rod. Previous manufacturing, and it wasn't a manufacturing thing, but it didn't do good things to it. Okay, so maybe add a little bit of heat to it, maybe get some of the moisture off the surface so you can get a good grip on the thing.
Yep.
Counter rotate with getting your hand as close to this ferrule here so that it doesn't allow that blank to rotate all the way around, because the blank will rotate this way as well. Make sense? That was a good one. I know that it's something that I've come up with or had happen to me personally, and many questions over the years. So there is a response from a rod expert on how to do that. So hopefully that helps you out in the future. Any advice that you could give for not allowing the rods to get stuck in the first place? I mean, is there something that you could put on it to help keep it from coming apart, or is there just don't do anything?
The easiest thing to do is when you get home and you're cleaning up your rod, take your Scotch-Brite, which is that green stuff on the back of a sponge,
Yeah.
and just polish the end of that ferrule.
Oh.
That will get any gunk off of it. That'll actually lightly buff it, and that'll make just that fit easier.
Oh, even in time, over
Yep.
time, that might help out even.
Yep.
Okay, makes sense. So there you go. Alex with a good explanation on how to separate those rods if they do get stuck. Just don't overheat them. Just a little bit with a hairdryer. Don't get crazy and things go. And hey, there's that Chevy Silverado tailgate or trophy tailgate photo. This is my limit from, I think it was Thursday.
Look at that happy pooch right there.
Oh, dude, that dog works so hard. Already this year, he's got over 100 retrieves. So no, it's, sorry, everyone. I'm just reliving I'm jonesing to get back out to chase ducks. It is a sickness, and I can't help it. Sorry. We're going to cut to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with Alex from Ed Rod. But don't go anywhere. Really, I just love it. You guys make anything for duck hunting?
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by Terra Firma Foundation Systems. We keep homes safe, dry, and stable. By Yakima Bait, steeped in tradition, innovation, and fishing success. And by Procure Bait Sense, ruthlessly effective.